I'm Dr. Emily Chan, founder of Modern Integrative Medicine, author and speaker, and I've been blessed to serve thousands of patients, helping them to be healthy and strong so that they can freely live the life that they want. In this free video series, you will discover how to double your energy, methods to shift away from anxiety, and how to energetically protect yourself from being stressed out by your environment or other people. If you're interested in having sustained energy without the use of temporary stimulants like coffee, this video series is going to be very valuable for you. If you're interested in living a life knowing your greater purpose and tired of that empty feeling or just trying to get through the day, this video series will change your life. If you want to be calm and productive and you're tired of feeling anxious, behind, and overwhelmed, then you're going to love my simple yet powerful 3-step formula. You get to learn some secrets I've had the privilege of sharing in TV interviews, medical journals, and trainings I teach to other doctors that will be of great value to you. Now, what would it look like if you didn't feel guilty because you didn't get your work done because you were too tired or you couldn't find the motivation? What if you were not behind in your stuff and your life is in control? Imagine feeling inspired and physically vibrant that nothing would overwhelm you. What would your life be like if you woke up excited about today? You can do what you always wanted and are in the space to make a difference because you have that spiritual strength that comes from inside out. I know the pain you go through when you're drained and depleted and have to rely on willpower to get through the day. With fatigue, things start to get behind and you start to feel the heaviness of your to-do list. You might even beat yourself up for being so behind. Small things get to be overwhelming and you get paralyzed with thoughts about your health and circumstances. Pretty soon you're living just trying to get through the day, often feeling a bit anxious or depressed. You don't feel good and it sucks. Maybe you've lost sight of your greater purpose or never had one. This has a special place in my heart because I've struggled with it in the past. I grew up being harder on myself than anyone else around me. I was the medical student who was so on top of it that I would complete my assignments 1 week in advance because I could not stand that feeling of the pressure of uncompleted tasks. Well, this worked okay to a certain point, but I discovered that having this level of control doesn't always happen in real life. So you have to handle overwhelm and all the health issues that come with it. So how do you do that? I'll tell you a little bit more later. As I remember in my early years as a doctor, waking up with my to-do list running over in my head and feeling so overwhelmed, I felt this heavy weight in my chest area. I didn't know where to start and wanted to pull the covers just back over my head. And on Saturday mornings, I remember sitting in bed thinking I could just meditate it away, but that didn't work. I sought out numerous professional energy healers and did lots of self-help work myself, but there was something missing. The problem was a lot of the self-help work focused on what was wrong about my past, what was wrong with me, or how my upbringing was not ideal. I started to feel there was something wrong with me, and that feeling certainly doesn't lead to a sense of joy and confidence. The more work I did, I never seemed to get to that place of calm, happy, and open-hearted place I wanted to be in. To be clear, being conscious and aware is important, and it takes a lot of courage to go to that place. But to be stuck in awareness of what your deficits are and keep looking for more deficits can be a very heavy place to be in. And I want to tell you that you are beautiful, whole, awesome, valuable, and there is only one of you on this planet. Counting your blessings and focusing on the good is very uplifting. I've seen patients going to therapists for 8 years about the same problem. I've seen patients putting parts of their life on hold, waiting for the right energy, the right feeling, the right circumstances. And as long as they don't feel in the mood, they identify with being wounded or damaged, which serves as a subconscious excuse to hold them back from living an abundant life and to hold them back from taking actions towards that. Maybe you've seen a psychologist and mentally know the right way to think. But when the stress comes, your physical body still goes to that worry mode. It's frustrating because you can't control it. You probably read about or tried different things for this, but haven't gotten the results you want. You're tired of experimenting and just want to feel balanced and on top of it. It shouldn't be that hard, right? Well, there's good news because your body is designed to heal itself when given the right secret code. I've been blessed to help thousands of patients get results using natural solutions that work fast, without side effects, so that you can get out of being stuck at the place where your body is controlling you and shift to having the energy to be in the driver's seat. 80% of Americans experience fatigue some point in their life. 4.7% of adults have taken a drug for anxiety within the last 30 days. Fatigue and stress is affecting so many people, yet it is something that is not well addressed. Anxiety and stress can deplete the adrenal glands, causing fatigue. So what causes anxiety? Well, according to the journal of Psychiatry, there are 4 general situations that tend to trigger stress in humans. Something new, something unpredictable, a threat to ego, and a sense of loss of control. Other reasons for a tendency to stress include a genetic tendency, a person's biochemistry, diet, toxicity, environmental stress, and how someone manages their thoughts. Did you know that you can change the way your genetics are expressed by changing your environment? It's called epigenetics. By giving your body a different environment with nutrients that help the brain, adrenals, or learning skills that train your nervous system to respond to stress, it's like it's no big deal, or you're in a whole different ball game when you do that. What keeps me doing what I do and fires me up is that 80% of my patients' energy rises within 1 to 2 weeks of my program. Many of them have doubled their energy and become much more centered individuals. This works because we don't just suppress the symptoms, but we go deep into the root cause of the problem. You will have an opportunity to get access to my 3 key pillars that unlock the code so that you can have empowered energy and ease. These are secret codes to being and feeling fantastic. I'm going to introduce what the 3 of them are. So the first pillar of the secret code is the physical aspect, where I will show you step by step what you can do health-wise that is scientifically proven to boost your energy and stamina. The reason we need to work on your physical body when you are experiencing symptoms like fatigue, anxiety, or depression is because even if you know that there are some emotional or energetic components to these problems, we need to make sure to help your body work for you rather than against you. We need to do what it takes to help your biochemistry be in the right balance so that your physiology makes it easier for your body to heal and perform. Does that make sense? What we can do to supercharge your physical body so that you feel healthy and energized and balanced includes specific foods, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and natural herbs that I've found work pretty quickly and effectively for my patients. Not all natural products work the same, and some I've found do not have much of an effect, either because they're not the correct supplement that was used for the problem or the quality of the supplement was poor. I've had many secrets I discovered in my practice that have gotten my patients great results, which I will share more about in detail, and of course I'm going to be offering that will support your body to get the physical nutrients and balance it needs to have to be sustained and consistent with the energy levels and the mood that you have. One of the ways to increase energy that many health professionals forget is the importance of electrolytes and minerals to keep your energy production working optimally. Now, I'm not talking about energy or sports drinks like Gatorade, which are filled with sugar or cancer-causing sugar substitutes or food colorings. I'll put a link with this video of the electrolyte mineral product I personally use and how to get it. Potassium is an electrolyte that is important for electrical activity in the body, such as the heart, and also keeps proper water balance within the cells. When cells are hydrated, they work at a much higher percentage of efficiency than if they were all shriveled up like raisins. Another function of potassium is that it helps the body assemble amino acids into proteins, which are basic molecules the body needs to keep the factory going. Lastly, potassium helps to metabolize carbohydrates into molecules that can be used as energy fuel. Fatigue often is a common symptom of potassium deficiency, and other signs of potassium deficiency may include anxiety, irregular heartbeat, high blood pressure, or even nervous system problems. Foods high in potassium include dark green leafy vegetables, bananas, apricots, avocados, nuts, and sardines. Now, magnesium is a mineral that is needed for over 300 chemical reactions in the body. Did you know that stress depletes magnesium? Actually, stress causes your body to retain sodium and lose calcium and magnesium. Besides stress, alcohol and sugary diets also cause your body to lose magnesium. Low magnesium is associated with fatigue, tight muscles, constipation, and a higher risk of blood sugar problems. So why is magnesium important for energy? A study shows that people deficient in magnesium require more energy and oxygen to do a low-level activity than those who had normal levels, which means that people with magnesium deficiency get drained faster. Magnesium is required for your body to produce ATP, the molecule of energy. Having enough ATP is like having enough batteries. I'll post the products I use that contain potassium, magnesium, along with other important elements such as chromium, calcium, phosphorus, B vitamins, and more that gives your body the nutrients it needs to make enough energy to keep you going. It works much better to give your body the nutrients it needs to make energy, rather than stimulating it with caffeine and forcing it to run on empty. So remember your electrolytes. They are often forgotten when we talk about adrenal fatigue, but very important. The second pillar is the mental aspect. I will show you how to use your mind to help you be more energetic and to work for you rather than against you. The reason why we need to address your mental aspect when working on increasing your energy reserve is because of the simple concept of give and take. It's easy for us to think we use up energy when we work hard, do a lot of physical activity, exercise, sleep very little, but we don't realize we're draining our batteries when we think too much. Also, just like you want to put the type of food in your body that gives you nutrients versus foods that take the nutrients away from you, such as white flours, processed foods, you also want to select the type of thoughts in your mind that give you the results that you're looking for. I had an aha moment a few years ago when I realized how physically tired I was. When I was worrying about circumstantial problems, my mind raced and I thought things like, oh, what did I do wrong that he's not calling me? Or what am I going to do if I don't have enough work to make the bills? Or what if I didn't say the right thing an hour ago and possibly screwed something up? Contrast, I remember working out and dancing vigorously. The dancing took my mind just off my problems, and ironically, I felt more energetic even after expending energy with the dance. The lesson is, even when I used so little physical energy being sedentary, but allowed my mind to worry, I felt tired. But when I deleted the negative thoughts from my mind, that time, by the distraction of focusing on the dance, I felt energetic and happy. This experience showed me that a racing mind contributes a lot to physical fatigue, more than you think. Many people look to physical solutions only when they feel physical fatigue and do not realize how much energy they're draining with the negative thoughts that go on in their minds. You will learn techniques to get rid of your racing mind, which is often a result of overwhelm. The brain often rehearses worries and undone tasks over and over again to get some control over your perceived problems, which unfortunately causes more stress and overwhelm. When you feel overwhelmed, your body often freezes in fight and flight response, which can show up as procrastination. So let's get you out of this vicious cycle to where you have a calm mind. Do you know that the blood flow goes to the frontal cortex of your brain when you're relaxed? This is the part of the brain where you can think logically. When you're stressed, blood flow goes away from that frontal cortex, so you won't be able to use your brain in a healthy, effective way compared to when you're relaxed. Racing mind is often a symptom that there's a tug of war between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. Maybe it is a tug of war between unseemingly unsolvable problems and many less than ideal options that gets played over and over again in your minds. Maybe it's a tug of war between your heart and your gut against your chattering minds. We often attribute the reason of our anxiety or stress to unhappiness to our circumstances, and we often feel that the external is the reason for our problems and look to the external for solutions. However, it is your internal perception, the way that you handle stress, that determines how happy or unhappy you will be. For example, someone may perceive a problem at work or lower numbers in their business as irritation or failure. Someone else may perceive that same problem as a signal to change the direction of their business slightly and as an opportunity for growing bigger sooner. The second person is likely to be happier, right? The second person is also likelier to take action to get to where they want to be, right? The second person would also be more energetic because they're less stuck in stress. So the key to decreasing a racing mind so that you can have more energy is not focusing around the circumstance, but determined by your ability to make wise and quick decisions so that you stay in the dilemmas for as little time as possible. The benefit to being able and willing to make a decision and move on is that you can take actions to get to where your goal is quicker. Another benefit is to be able to be willing to make a decision is that you're going to free your mind of negative clutter that drains your energy so that you can feel physically more clear and energized. So the first step is to decide to decide. If you do not have the tools to make a wise decision and tend to doubt your decisions, keep watching the video series and you'll see an opportunity to learn step by step how to make solid decisions. The third pillar is the purpose supercharge. You will learn how to connect to your spiritual aspect of your being so that you can harness and connect with your greater purpose and use it as a spark that ignites the day into energized focus, accomplishment, and satisfaction. Remember, in the second pillar, we talked about making decisions. We mentioned that decisions can help you reach your goal quicker. But what if you just knew you had problems but not clear on what your goals are? What if you didn't know what your greater purpose is that drives you to set your goals that support this inner meaning to your life? By knowing your greater purpose, you'll also be able to make sharper decisions. Do you remember a time when you really wanted to do something as a kid and you got to do it? Hours went by and you thought it was only minutes because you were so passionate and absorbed into it. It felt good, didn't it? Connecting to your higher purpose affects your physical energy levels. Have you ever felt tired, overwhelmed, and all you can see in front of you is focused on getting by? Being in this state can lead to depressive feelings. Some symptoms of depression include fatigue, lack of motivation, inability to experience the pleasures of life, and sadness. It is true that many psychological problems have a chemical component, but because humans have more than a biological component, the emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects do play a large role in happiness, success, satisfaction, and the energy you feel. UCSF research shows that having purpose and meaning to life is very important, and not having a purpose is a risk factor for mood disorders. When you have a purpose that ignites that fire within you, that purpose fuels the fire and the fire can keep on burning. Think of how easy a fire can get bigger and bigger without much effort. The key is having that fuel for your body to be energized. The fuel is your inner drive or purpose. If you don't know what that is, or you're running on empty, and that is why you feel an empty feeling in your heart and fatigue. But if you tap into your uniqueness and why there is only one you on earth and what your purpose is here, you'll be surprised at where all that energy is coming from. The truth is, there's an equal amount of energy for everyone on earth. So why do some people feel more energetic and some more tired? Have you seen a speaker speaking for 7 hours per day, 3 days in a row at a conference, and you wonder, how do they look so energized the last day? And then you think, well, they're going to crash later, but you ask them and they say they feel great and wonder what their secret is. Well, the speakers I've seen like this know their purpose and are congruent with themselves, and this keeps them going. You can have that as well. Remember, everyone has the same amount of energy available to them. We all live on the same planet, get the same amount of oxygen. The key is whether or not you know how to maximize energy flow into you and not to let things like negative thoughts, poor nutrition, or toxicity block its flow. Not many doctors are aware of this, and this is why what I teach gets such great results in increasing energy levels and happiness. If you're not sure of your greater purpose or even the next step in your life, be sure to keep watching the next few videos. One exercise you get to do to get closer to what drives you is by asking yourself this question. What pisses me off? What can't I stand? You can turn answers to that question into something that connects to your purpose. What you can't stand can spark you to create a solution that you're excited about. Write down 3 to 5 answers to that question. You may wonder, I came to see you for natural medicine ways to have more energy and ease. Why are you talking about all my thoughts can affect my physical problems? The short answer is that every part of your being is connected and can have a positive or negative effect on each other. I've seen too many patients who ate organically, had a clean diet, exercised, and took the right supplements and still felt depleted and overwhelmed. Then I've seen patients who were maybe not as careful with being a health nut but were emotionally strong and had the skills to handle life's challenges, who seemed healthier than the ones who ate really well but were stressed. I'm not saying that eating organically is not good. It is, and I highly encourage it. The point is that without the tools to overcome obstacles in life, can override the many positive, physical, healthy things that you do. So it would be smart to maximize just all of your assets. So I'm revealing some secrets that have worked in my clinical experience to get you energized and at ease the quickest, most effective way. Are you willing to be open let go of some fears and join me? I want to share with you how I helped Mila, a sweet woman in her mid-30s who was struggling with fatigue. She was super tired after working a couple days and then had to push herself through Friday. When Saturday came along, she spent so much time lounging around, recuperating from the week, that she felt bad and disappointed that she missed out on doing fun things with her partner on the weekend. In addition, she tended to come down with colds every few weeks. She said she felt like an old lady in her 30s. Fortunately, after we worked together for 1 month, she had consistent energy throughout the week. In a few months, she looked different and had a glow on her face. She stopped getting sick frequently and said she felt strong and young for the first time in years and had the stamina to go hiking and even felt invigorated after. This transformation can work for anyone like it did for Mila, and it can work for you. Whether you're single, wanting that zest and charisma to feel sexy and confident, attracting that something or someone into your life, or you're a parent who spends so much energy caring for others that you feel like you don't have much left for yourself, or you're sick of the procrastination your fatigue and stress have created in your life, or you've put in long hours and pushed your body past its limits and wake up one day wondering why your body feels so old. I can help you have more energy and improve the way you handle stress so that your body is no longer in the way of your life. The way I am unique is that in addition to optimizing your biochemistry so that you have a balanced brain, chemicals, and energy levels, we also work together to introduce cutting-edge methods that shift your old mental coping mechanisms that are of no use now and teach your brain a new way of working that serves you. This allows you to stop feeling trapped by your circumstances and rise to a new brain program that works in your favor so you feel a sense of freedom. So what do you think? I'd like to hear from you. What did you learn? Please leave me a comment below. I can't wait to hear from you. One of the keys to understand is that your energy level and mood are not just physical, but very much associated with your internal well-being. This 3-step process I reveal to you is none like other energy boosting techniques because it contains the keys that unlock the codes that work for your body. Many people miss these codes. What I'm about to teach you in video 2 allows you to skip wandering around, saving years of trial and error. How would you like to have empowered energy and ease, getting there the simplest and quickest way? In video 2, I dive into deep content of the 3 secret pillars I introduced to you above, and I will give you a supplement plan you can use to boost your energy levels so that you can start feeling like a human being who is alive and full of energy. Please help me continue to share these high-quality free content with you and others by liking and sharing this video. Your thoughts are valuable, and I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you, and see you on the next video.